Hey, second grade friends, welcome back to computer class. Last week, boys and girls, we focused on nouns and verbs. A noun being a person, place, or thing, and a verb being an action word. This week's focus is going to be on adjectives. And remember that an adjective describes or tells about something. I have a few objects that I have chosen. Here is my first one. This is my little friend, the moose. So let's describe him. What could we say about him? I could say he is brown. Color words are adjectives. I could say that he is soft. I could say that he is bendable, because he does bend. So color words like brown, a feeling word like soft, and bendable. Those are describing words to describe my moose. How about this? This is a frisbee. The frisbee is colorful. Lots of different colors on my frisbee. I see blue, I see yellow, I see white, I see black. The frisbee is hard, I would say. It's not bendable at all. It's not soft like this moose was. It's hard. And I think frisbees are fun. They're fun to play with. So words like colorful, hard, and fun would describe my frisbee. All right, let's take a look at our adjective lesson. So here's your video, boys and girls, that again, you would get this lesson in your teacher's Google Classroom under computers. Your first slide is always your video slide, your recording. Your second slide is your I can warm up my keyboard skills. We're going to be practicing the letters D, E, and I this week. And I can identify an adjective. Remember, adjectives describe. All right, so here is your first activity on slide number 3. This is an actual doing activity. So this is an action verb, because you're going to type. Typing is an action. So it says, now we'll practice our keyboarding skills. Click on the keyboard and work on your next 3 lessons using D, E, and I keys. So I will press on typing lessons. It will pop me into that website. When I get here, I'm going to scroll down. You should see your first 2 are green. This is the one we're working on, D, E, and I. I would simply click on my next box, or I could just hit resume. Resume means to continue on. I would get those fingers positioned on the home row. Remember, pointy fingers on J and F. You can kind of feel those bumps. And then rest your other fingers. Your thumbs are ready to space. So here comes my lesson. So I want to kind of position the screen so that I can see the letters that I'm going to be typing, but also so that I can see the letters that I need down here. I want to be able to see the keyboard. So look at that tall finger on the left. That's tapping the D. It's tapping the D again. Whoops, then the E, sorry. Now it's back to D. So even if I can't see these really clearly, which for some reason I can't, probably because I'm not in full screen, I don't have to really even look at this. This is what I need to be watching. It's moving up to E, back to D. Back to E, see how it's moving? And now I'm on the other side, now I'm on the K key. So even if you're having a little bit of trouble like I am seeing the letters up here, as long as you're looking at the fingers, the one that's blue is the one that you want to tap. So now I'm reaching between K and I. And now I'm back to D. Now I'm back to KI, back to DE, back and forth I go. So if it stays blue, just keep tapping it. If it moves, obviously move. That's a long one. And remember, you're not worrying about speed so much, boys and girls. I made a few oopses, but I still got my 3 stars. This is what I really want you to focus on, your accuracy. That big number on the end that has this little percentage sign, that should be in the 90s. If you start getting lower than 90% accuracy, it means you're making too many oopses. So don't worry so much about your speed, but worry about your accuracy. Okay, so that was my first lesson. I would move on to my second lesson by hitting continue, and then my third, and then I'm done. Okay, so 3 warm-up lessons with your keyboarding. Close it out when you're done. Slide number 4 is an adjective game. It is a car racing game. So let's see what this one's all about. I'm going to click on the link to get into the game. Move this up a little bit so we can see. It's loading. It takes a second for it to load. Okay, so this is a racing game. The racing cars run on the power of your correct answers. The speed of your car will increase when you answer correctly. The faster you answer, the faster your car goes. In case you make an oops and you answer incorrectly, your speed decreases or slows down. Whoever answers correctly with the most speed wins the race. All right, so we're going to do the first level, boys and girls. You can see it says grade 2 under here. That's the one we want. So here's our racetrack. We are the red car. You know which car you are by the circle. It says read the set of words given and identify the adjectives. But if for some reason, boys and girls, you don't know what these words say, click on the speakers.
Jog.
Jog.
Bear.
Bear.
3.
3 is an adjective. It describes. It's a number. So if you can't read them yourself,
Good job.
press on the little speaker button and they'll read it for you. I see a color word.
Excellent.
Anytime we see a color word, that's an adjective. Windy.
Great
describe
job.
the weather. If you make an oops, it turns
This
red.
is
And it gives you a new
incorrect.
set of words.
Fantastic.
Okay, so you can see it's a close race. Every time I get one right, my car speeds up. If I make an oops, my car
Keep
speeds
it up.
down. And again, you can
Chop.
click on these
Broken. Good
to
job.
make sure that you pick the right one. So if you're not sure what the adjective is, or you can't read the word, that's when you want to press your little speaker button.
Oops.
Oops.
This is fantastic.
So I have sofa, funny, hit.
Well
Funny would be
done.
the describing word. Remember, adjectives describe
Oops.
people,
This is
places, or
incorrect.
things.
Fantastic.
Okay, so think about words that are going to describe
Bravo. Well done.
Okay, and you just keep racing, boys and girls, until you come to the end of the race. I'm going to stop racing there, but you'll know when you finish, it'll come to the end. And if you want to race again, you certainly can, but go through at least one race, okay? All right, your next slide, boys and girls, has 3 games on it. I want you to play all 3 of these games. These 2 games, number 1 and 2, are matching games. This one over here with the little star is called Word Shark. It's like a little bonus game that I put in for you. It does not matter to me what order you play these 3. When you click on a game or on the picture of the game, your link will open up underneath. So in the matching games, boys and girls, you're going to drag the words that are on the right, this is your right side over here, to match a word on the left. So words that are similar or mean the same, but these are all adjectives. So we have delicious, quick, tired, big, happy, small. And on the right, we have tasty, fast, glad, little, sleepy, and large. Well, right off the bat, when I think of something delicious, I know that it tastes good. So tasty would be probably a match for delicious. Quick, if I move quickly, like in the car race, I'm trying to move quickly. Quickly means fast. I'm not going to continue on, but you would just keep matching, boys and girls. And then you check your score to see how you did. As long as you got them all correct, you can move on. If you made some oopses and you want to try again, you simply refresh the page right here to try again, okay? And the second matching game, boys and girls, is very similar. The difference is that they're going to give you nouns on the right-hand side, and your describing adjectives are on the left. So you have to try to match the adjective with the noun. So the first one says a tall light, a tall noise, a tall book, a tall ocean, a tall meal, or a tall building. I'm thinking probably a tall building. I think building would just be something that you would describe to be tall. Delicious, I would think the only choice there would be meal. A meal is something you eat, so that's delicious. And so on. And again, you check your score when you're done. If you need to try again, you hit refresh. If you're finished, you close it out. The last game for today, boys and girls, is the bonus game. It's the shark. This is a fun one. You probably recognize this because we played this last week with nouns and verbs. This week, we're going to play with adjectives. So this bubble over here. Again, you're using your arrow keys to control the shark. You just tap your arrow key to get started. Your shark is at the top, and you're going to move him around by using the arrow keys, and you're trying to bump into words that describe. Just be careful because sometimes you bump into words because you don't see them, because the screen, you might have to move the screen up and down a little bit. And if you don't see any words, just kind of move to the right or to the left. And you're trying to get 4 check marks or 4 correct words. I didn't lose any hearts that time. I can pick a new fish. And the object is to try to do the game with each of these sharks or funny looking fish. So you're playing 4 rounds, 1 with each fish. And remember, you're gobbling up the adjectives, okay? So boys and girls, when we move on to slide 6, it says, that's it for today, friends. There is no turn in for this lesson. So you don't have to do anything as far as turning in or showing me. This is kind of just a fun lesson for you to do. You're going to do a little warm up with your keyboard on slide 3, and then you're going to play the game on slide 4 and the 3 games on slide 5. So you all together have 5 activities to work on today, but you don't need to turn anything in. Next week is a vacation week. We hope that you will have a great week off and stay off of the computer as much as you can and try to go outside and do some outside playtime if you can, if the temperatures aren't too cold. So hopefully you will have an enjoyable week, and I will see you again after vacation week. Have fun.